Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Let's just say that this one is going to be a love story. Not your typical love story, though. Yeah, think twists and turns, resilience and hope. But it's all seen through the eyes of a man named James. Sounds intriguing, right? Those personal stories always hit differently, don't they? So relatable. They really do. This time we're diving into the story of James and Amelia. It's all in excerpts, really, giving us a first-hand look at James' perspective. It raises the question of whether love can truly endure in the face of loss. Big question, right? Huge question. Hopefully, James and Amelia's journey will provide us with some clues. I'm all ears. All right, here we go. Picture this: a rainy afternoon in a cozy cafe. James is just chilling by the window. Then he sees her, Amelia. James describes her as having this melancholic beauty. He says her eyes are like the morning sky. Poetic, right? But there's also a sadness, one that only someone who's seen pain could have. Whoa, heavy stuff right off the bat. Not your light and fluffy romance, huh? Definitely not. It's like there's already this, I don't know, a shadow over everything, or a foreshadowing maybe. Could be. And then we learn about William, Amelia's first love. They were super close, you know, but life happened. William had to move away. Heartbreak. Everyone's been there. Think about it, though. How much do our past relationships, especially the tough ones, affect how we love now? That's deep. Really makes you think. It's like we all have these hidden scars, right, from old relationships, and they shape how we connect with new people. Exactly. Those scars, they can make you guarded or more understanding. Depends on how you've healed, I guess. True, true. But hold on, because the story takes a turn, a big one that nobody saw coming. Amelia, she reveals that she's sick, seriously ill. Oh, wow. Yeah, devastating news, obviously. But instead of just giving up, they find comfort in a really unexpected way. Okay, I'm curious. Spill it. They decide to learn English together. No way. Seriously. Yeah, they turn this awful situation into a chance to bond, to connect on a different level. It's beautiful, actually. The way focusing on grammar or words helps Amelia forget the pain, at least for a little while. Resilience at its finest. Finding joy even when things are rough. Totally. And hold on, because this journey takes them to an even more amazing setting, the mountains. Amelia's wish, you see. She wants one last adventure. Despite being scared, James makes it happen. Wow, the imagery is incredible. Snow-capped peaks, a campfire under the stars. Amelia wanted to see those stars without city lights. You know? Yeah, it's so moving. Their need to experience beauty, even with everything going on. The mountains, it's like a metaphor, right? For their love, their strength, facing this huge challenge together. Exactly. And during this trip, Amelia asks something really profound. She keeps telling James, "Live fully, even if I'm gone." Imagine that weight, that request. What would you do if your loved one asked that? It's a lot to process. It really makes you think about love, loss, the promises we make. Heavy stuff. No kidding. So as Amelia's condition worsens, she finds a way to leave a piece of herself behind. Not just memories, but something real, tangible. Her letters. Yep. She knew time was running out, so she poured her heart into those pages, making sure James would always have a part of her, even when she was gone. Wow. Speaking of Amelia's letters, that brings us to something pretty powerful. It really highlights how words can last, bridging that gap between life and death. You know, being there, not being there. You got it. She's basically creating this map for James, guiding him through grief and toward a brighter future. She wants him to remember the good stuff, her laughter, her zest for life, how much she believed in him. Powerful, not about wallowing in sadness, but keeping her spirit alive as he moves forward. It says a lot about love, how it stays with us even when someone's gone. And there's this one part that really struck me. Amelia tells James, "Love is like the stars. You can't always see them, but they're always shining in the sky." Such a beautiful metaphor, right? Love transcends physical presence. It really does. Love doesn't disappear when someone we love passes. It changes, becomes part of us, influencing our thoughts, how we feel, what we do. Like those stars, always there, even when you can't see them. Exactly. Love doesn't have to be seen to be real. It's in our memories, the lessons we learn, the ways we love and are loved. So James starts traveling, exploring the world, and he begins to see the truth in Amelia's words. He finds joy in little things, a sunset, a good cup of coffee, friends laughing. It's not about huge gestures, but embracing each moment, finding beauty in everyday life. That's so important. Sometimes we get caught up in the big stuff and forget to enjoy what's right in front of us. You know? Totally. It's about perspective, opening ourselves up to the beauty that's already there. By doing that, we honor Amelia's wish and our own capacity for joy, even resilience. It's a beautiful reminder that we have the power to choose. Choose how we react to life's curveballs. We can stay stuck in sadness, or we can find meaning, purpose, even joy, even after loss. James's story shows how the human spirit can heal, grow, and find love again. Amazing! As he travels and experiences new things, he carries Amelia's spirit with him, visits places they talked about, has those adventures they dreamed of. And he remembers her words, always. Live fully, James. Find joy. It's his way of honoring their love, keeping her memory alive. It's through those actions that he really embraces what their love meant. He's not just remembering, he's weaving their shared moments, her values, into his own life. Beautiful example of how love can guide and inspire us, even after death. Even though he misses her, he understands their story didn't end when she passed. It evolved, became something deeper, more lasting, part of who he is, shaping his outlook, his path. And that brings us to a key point. James realizes that Amelia's love isn't just a memory. It's a living presence within him. It's not just about grieving. It's about actively weaving their experiences, her values, her spirit into his life. It's about the power of love to change us at our core, the choices we make, our values, how we see the world. James shows us that love can push us to be our best selves. And it's in those quiet moments, under a sky full of stars, that James feels closest to Amelia. He looks up, whispers, "Thank you, Amelia, for the magic." Simple, but it says so much about their bond, about how powerful their love was. He's acknowledging her, expressing gratitude for what they had, and promising to live a life that honors her. He's found peace, not by forgetting, but by embracing how much their love changed him. Proof that even with loss, love can guide us, inspire us, help us find meaning in life. Powerful message. It reminds us that love goes beyond physical limits. It can shape and inspire us even after those we love are gone. James's story is all about that, the enduring power of love to help us through anything, even the biggest losses. And as James keeps going, carrying Amelia's spirit, he gets this profound truth. Love doesn't really die. It lives on in the hearts of those who believe, shining bright like those stars above. Beautiful. Love's a constant, a guiding light, even in the darkest times. So wrapping up our deep dive into their story, it's amazing what we've learned about love, loss, and the strength of human connection. Absolutely. It's about the resilience of the human spirit, how we find meaning and joy even when we face huge loss. Let's recap for our listeners. First, love can bloom even when there's loss. James and Amelia found each other during a really sad, uncertain time. Love knows no boundaries. Even in hardship, our hearts can still connect in love. James and Amelia show us that love can give us strength and comfort, helping us face life's challenges with grace and resilience. Second, sharing experiences, even simple things like learning English, creates deep connections. It's not about grand gestures. It's about finding those small joys, building intimacy through shared passions. Right. Learning English together became a symbol of their bond, a shared purpose that brought them closer, helped them cope with Amelia's illness. It reminds us that the most meaningful connections often happen through simple acts of shared experience and support. And lastly, Amelia's letters remind us to express love in tangible ways, whether it's words, actions, or thoughtful gestures. Expressing our love and appreciation leaves a mark that goes beyond time and circumstance. Those letters were a lifeline for James, a tangible link to Amelia and their love. They remind us that even when someone's gone, love can nourish and inspire us. So to close out our deep dive into their journey, what final thoughts would you like to leave our listeners with? If we look at the bigger picture, their story is about resilience. James and Amelia showed incredible strength and courage when things were tough. They focused on love, connection, finding joy, even when life threw curveballs. It's a powerful message for all of us. Even in the darkest times, we can find hope, meaning, and even joy. Beautifully put. And their story highlights how important it is to cherish each moment, to express our love and appreciation for those we care about, and to live life to the fullest. Embrace the good and the bad that comes our way. So what small act of love or connection will you carry forward today, inspired by their story? It's like he's torn, you know, the pain of her being gone, but also that promise to really live. Yeah, I get it, that push and pull. And that's where the real change starts for James, I think. Okay, so those letters Amelia wrote, they're more than just words. They show her love, how much she wanted James to remember her, not just when she was sick, but her real self, her spirit. It's amazing, right? Amelia used those letters to go beyond her limitations. She knew she didn't have much time, but her words could keep connecting with James, sharing her thoughts, her dreams, her love, even after she was gone. That's leaving a legacy. It's like she made a map for him, guiding him through grief toward a life with meaning and joy. She wanted him to remember her laughter, how much she loved life, her belief in him finding happiness again. Exactly. It's not about dwelling in sadness, but carrying her spirit with him as he moves through life. It's a powerful message about how love stays with us, how it shapes us, even when someone's gone. And one part, it really stuck with me. Amelia says, "Love is like the stars. You can't always see them, but they're always shining in the sky." Such a beautiful way to put it. Love goes beyond just being physically there. Deep, right? It means love doesn't just vanish when someone we love passes away. It changes, becomes part of us, like a guiding light that shapes our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Like those stars, always there, even when it's cloudy or daytime. You might not see the light, but it's a constant presence, just like love in our hearts. Well said. It reminds us that we don't have to see love to know it's real. It lives in the memories we keep, the things we've learned, and the way we keep loving and being loved. So James travels, sees the world, and starts to get what Amelia meant. He finds joy in small stuff, a beautiful sunset, a good cup of coffee, hearing friends laugh. Living fully isn't about big moments, but enjoying each day, finding those little bits of beauty. Important lesson for all of us. We get caught up in the big things, chasing those big experiences, and forget about the simple joys we have every day. James's story reminds us that happiness can be found in the ordinary, the little things that make a good life. It's changing how we see things, opening ourselves up to the beauty and wonder that's already around us. That way, we honor Amelia's wish and our own ability to feel joy and be resilient. We all have that power, that choice, how we react to challenges. We can get stuck in sadness, or we can find meaning, purpose, joy, even in the face of loss. James's story shows that the human spirit can heal, grow, and find love again. And as he travels, experiences new things, he takes Amelia's spirit with him, visits places they talked about, goes on adventures they dreamed of, and always remembers her words. Live fully, James. Find joy. His way of honoring their love, keeping her memory alive. And by doing those things, he embraces what their love really was. He's not just remembering, he's making their shared memories, her values, a part of his life. It's a beautiful example of how love can guide and inspire us even after death. He misses her, but he knows their story didn't end with her passing. It became something deeper, lasting, part of who he is, shaping his outlook on life, his path. And that's a key point. James realizes that Amelia's love isn't just a memory, it's alive inside him. He's not just grieving her absence, he's actively weaving their experiences, her values, her spirit into his life. It's about how love transforms us, how it affects the choices we make, our values, how we see the world. James's story that shows that love can push us to be our best selves. And it's in those quiet times, under a sky full of stars, that he feels closest to Amelia. He looks up, whispers, "Thank you, Amelia, for the magic." Simple words, but they say so much about their connection, about the power of their love. He's acknowledging her presence, thanking her for the love they shared, and reaffirming his commitment to living a life that honors her memory. He's found peace, not by forgetting, but by understanding how much their love changed him. It's proof that even with loss, love can guide us, inspire us, and help us find meaning in life. A powerful message. It reminds us that love goes beyond physical boundaries. It can shape and inspire us even after the people we love are gone. James's story is all about the enduring power of love to help us get through anything, even the biggest losses. As James continues living his life, carrying Amelia's spirit with him, he realizes a profound truth. Love doesn't really die. It lives on in the hearts of those who believe, shining bright like those stars above. Beautiful. Love's a constant, a guiding light through even the darkest times. Wrapping up our deep dive into their story, it's incredible what we've learned about love, loss, and the strength of human connection. Absolutely. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, how we find meaning and joy even in the face of huge losses. Let's sum up for our listeners. First, love can bloom even when there's loss. James and Amelia found each other during a truly sad, uncertain time. It shows us that love knows no boundaries. Even when things are tough, our hearts are still open to connection and love. James and Amelia show us that love can give us strength and comfort, helping us face challenges with grace and resilience. Second, shared experiences, even something as simple as learning English together, build deep connections. It's not about grand gestures. It's about finding those everyday joys, building intimacy through shared passions. Exactly. Learning English together became a symbol of their bond, something they shared that brought them closer and helped them cope with Amelia's illness. It's a reminder that the most meaningful connections often come from simple acts of shared experience and support. And lastly, Amelia's letters show us how important it is to express love in tangible ways, whether it's words, actions, or thoughtful gestures. Showing our love and appreciation leaves a legacy that goes beyond time and circumstances. Those letters became a lifeline for James, a real connection to Amelia and the love they shared. They remind us that even when someone's gone, love can nourish and inspire us. So, as we close our deep dive into their journey, any final thoughts for our listeners? If we step back and look at the big picture, their story is about resilience. James and Amelia showed amazing strength and courage when facing difficult times. They chose to focus on love, connection, and joy, even when life was tough. It's a powerful message for everyone. Even in the darkest times, we can find hope, meaning, and even joy. Beautifully said. And their story reminds us how important it is to cherish each moment, to express love and appreciation for those we care about, and to live life to the fullest. Embrace all of it, the joys and the sorrows. What small act of love or connection will you carry forward today, inspired by their story? It really is. Such a powerful reminder that even when we face loss, love can make us stronger, give us inspiration. It makes you realize just how much love can shape and guide us, even when we don't expect it. It really does, doesn't it? Their journey shows how important it is to embrace life, to cherish every moment, and to tell the people we care about how much they mean to us. You know, it's funny. While we've been talking, I've been thinking about my own experiences with love and loss, and how it's often those small things, those everyday moments of connection, that stay with us the longest. That's a great point. We often think about grand gestures, but sometimes it's the simple things. Making someone a cup of tea, really listening to them talk about their day, or sharing a quiet laugh that truly strengthen our bond. Exactly. It's like those little acts of kindness become part of our relationships, creating something strong and beautiful that can handle anything. And I think James and Amelia's story encourages us to pay attention to those moments, to savor them, and to create more of them in our own lives. Absolutely. It reminds us that love isn't just a feeling. It's a choice we make every day to be there for the people we care about, to support them, and to enjoy life together, even when things are tough. Well said. And as we finish this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a question to think about. What small act of love or connection will you carry forward today, inspired by James and Amelia's story. That's the perfect ending note, because it's not just about hearing a beautiful love story. It's about taking those lessons and applying them to our own lives. It's about understanding that love isn't passive. It's a force we can cultivate and nurture, even when facing loss. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into their unrelatable journey. It's been a privilege to share their story with you. We hope you leave feeling inspired, hopeful, and maybe even a little more in love with life itself. And remember, our deep dive may be over, but our exploration of love and connection continues in every moment of our lives. Until next time, keep diving deep, keep exploring, and keep the love alive.